I love it.
Alrighty then.
Stuck him in the head with a crankbait's what happened, and now I'm about to rip it out of his head.
There he is. I saw me. So sick. No. Hi, Pelican Bone Gang, and welcome back to the Pelican Bone Outdoors Podcast. Today's special guest, Heath Panganabin. I give up.
You never get it
How you
right.
say it?
It's Panganabin. It's all good. Hey, it's good to be back on, man. Thanks for having me again.
Heck yeah, dude. We haven't really talked since I got back from Florida, huh?
No, I thought maybe I scared you off or something. I was like, man, we were like
Oh no.
really close, and like we were like friends for like a solid like 2 days, and then yeah,
It was great.
it
It looks
was.
like I think I might have got you hooked on bass fishing though.
You know, I did go out a few more times, and it's been so hot. So I've been focusing mostly on editing like backstock footage and things like that. I know Kayak DIY is on right now, so just want to say what's up. But yeah, just editing a lot. So bye.
Uh-oh. We're having some lag issues. We lost him. Come back, Heath. So anyway, well, there you are.
There
You
we
back?
go. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I wish I had some backlogged footage because, dude, it has been triple digits for like 2 months now. It's been insane. Oh, we lost him again.
Are we good?
We are every now and then.
Okay, I think we're good.
Oh crap. Yeah, technical difficulties, man. It's always something.
It's all good, but I think we're back now.
Yeah, looks legit.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, man, it's been triple digits here for like the last 3 months. Like, has it been the same over there?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been like not triple digits, but like high up there in the 90s, 98, 99. It will get to like 100, and then it's just it's so humid, man. So it's just you walk outside, do one jumping jack, and you're just drenched in sweat. So
yeah, feels like Satan kicks you in the chest as soon as you open the door in the mornings. I hate it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man.
And it's like I'm pretty sure it's the apocalypse because California's over there getting hurricanes, and here in Louisiana we're getting wildfires. It's like what's going on?
I tell you what. Yeah, I know they're getting, and I'm going to Utah here in like 2 weeks, and I just saw it flooded over there. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Usually we're supposed to be getting hit with all these hurricanes, but thank God, it's holding off right now.
Yeah, like California can have a turn. Of course, I don't want the earthquakes though. So
for once, it was record breaking over there. It was like first time Mount Zion has ever flooded. So it's like, okay, it's about time they got their share.
Yeah, right. Oh crap, yeah, man. But yeah, you need to come down here. We'll get you on some redfish, some sight casting.
Definitely. Yeah, I miss doing that, man. Like, that's like my passion. That's what I love doing is sight casting. And we got sight casting down here in Florida. When the time is right and when the water's right. But I love where you live, man. And so I want to come back soon and link up and make some footage. A lot of footage I've been releasing too is like backstock from Louisiana. So I'm still living Louisiana days.
You just need to come move down here, bro.
Nah, man, Florida's the best. We talked about this.
I disagree.
We can debate that if you want.
So did you see the thumbnail I made for this podcast?
I did, and I was wondering for a second. When I saw that thumbnail, I thought, did Vinny make this or did AI make this? I'm not sure yet.
No, I don't know how to work AI for that. The only AI I know how to work is the Chat GPT to get it. I'll get it to legit, make my emails sound more professional or something. But
you replaced my tarpon with the big jaws.
So if you're watching it live or if you go back on YouTube, because we do record these podcasts live, but if y'all go back on the video, I'm about to pull it up. Let's see, where's it at? Here it is. So this is the original picture. This is Heath holding this giant tarpon that he caught out of his kayak. The video is insane. And then this is what I made for this is what I made for the thumbnail. So I found really a shark and superimposed it in place of the tarpon.
And, it looks amazing.
it looks good enough, you know. It's good enough to catch the eye where you have to look at it for a second
Can you be
before you
honest with
realize.
me? How long did it take for you to do that?
Uh 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really nice.
Yeah. Because I couldn't
Cool,
find,
man.
so I was trying to find. That's why I had texted you asking you about a picture with you, the shark.
Yeah,
I remember seeing the video, but I didn't know if you
mhm.
had like a
Yeah,
screenshot or something of it, and
yeah.
it wouldn't work for the way I do my thumbnail. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this tarpon picture and make it work.
I'm actually gonna save that. I love it.
So you catch, so you go catch, you target tarpon,
Mhm.
and then you accidentally catch a shark,
Yeah, but
or
let
do
me
you
back
ever
up for a
target
minute
sharks?
because
Yeah.
people might watch this. I'm looking over here also at the live stream as well. That's why I keep looking over. And people might watch this based on this conversation and just think that I'm like a tarpon slay master. So like now I got something to say, especially when you show that picture. But let me just back up for a minute and say it's taken me 4 full tarpon seasons to do that, okay? And to get that tarpon. And I don't just like go out and unless I'm trying to get you or a friend to come catch sharks.
Right.
But I usually don't just like go out and look for sharks. I usually get a lot of my shark fishing done when I'm tarpon fishing because they're just a byproduct. You know, you're fishing in the same way you would catch a tarpon if you're using bait at least is a lot similar to how you would catch a shark. And they're in similar, like they're in the same exact place that you would find
Right.
both fish, right? So it's just a natural byproduct of trying to target tarpon. And it kind of breaks your heart every time because every time you get like that real fast pull, because you'll know the difference, you know. But sometimes shark will do into thinking they're a tarpon. You get like that fast pull sometimes. It's like, oh, here I go, it's on, and it's a shark. So
Yeah. So back
yeah,
up to when I was in Florida. The whole reason I wanted to bring up this shark fishing fiasco is he took me out to catch my first snook. We went out. I ended up landing 2 of them. He caught him a redfish, and we got back. We had such a great time. We're like, all right, what are we gonna do tomorrow? And Heath is like, dude, let's go shark fishing. And instantly, a terror came over me and was like, I am afraid of sharks. Like that is one of my fears is these sharks. I don't know. Maybe it's too many Shark Week episodes. I don't know. But they kind of
dude,
terrify me. Alligators I can do. Sharks just kind of terrify me. And Heath's all like, "Hey,
yeah,
let's go shark fishing." And I'm sitting here trying to figure out a way to get out of this. And so I figured out. I was like, when my wife calls, I'm just gonna say it. Hey, he wants to take me shark fishing. I know she would shut it down right away.
and
And
naturally, she
naturally,
shut it down.
she shut it down. So I had
Oh,
an
she shut it
excuse.
down.
I had an out, you know, to where it
Yeah.
made it look like I wasn't chickening out, but I had to listen to my wife.
No, it did not
And
look like you weren't
it
chickening
worked.
out. It was even more clear that you were chickening out. I mean,
Oh
and it
man.
just totally caught me off guard because um I don't know what it is, but I when you said you were scared of sharks or like you didn't even start by saying that. You said, "No, I don't want to go shark fishing." And that just rubbed me the wrong way because I thought and that's why I doubled down on you like we're going shark fishing. What are you talking about? Because when you said no, I don't want to go shark fishing, it like kind of like blew my mind, right? Because a lot of people want to go shark fishing and you like fishing and you play with alligators for no reason and you hunt and I was wondering why you didn't want to go shark fishing and so I just wanted to press the issue. Come to find out, you actually have a fear of sharks.
Yeah, man. They're
It's,
terrifying.
yeah. No, man, but I'm the same way. I'm afraid of alligators and you're looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I'm looking at you like, why are you afraid of sharks?
Right. Yeah. Well,
You know.
you know, I grew up around alligators, and that's probably the thing. You grew up around sharks, so
Hmm.
you understand them. I don't under to me they're just I don't know, just I
Yeah.
think it's the so alligators, you know, they're always at the surface. You know, a lot of the
Mhm.
times you can see them, you know where they are
Right.
usually. Sharks just I have that in my head that they just come out of nowhere. And that's the part I guess I don't like. Like, if you ever had have
Hey,
you ever had a shark attack your kayak or bump it?
no, never. I used to do a lot of like wade fishing and when my wife and I were dating or when we first got married, you know those like Intech inflatable dinghies that are like 6 feet long? They're like a little inflatable dinghy, you know.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
tie
yeah,
those
yeah.
around. I used to
Mhm.
like tie a rope around my waist and like go wade fishing. And um, we have like little bonnet head sharks, and they'll like bump into you, or you'll feel like a stingray or something, or like you'll always feel something like bump into you. And like when we were out fishing, you saw those little bonnet head sharks and that
Mhm.
black tip shark, you know. So, but those were just small ones. I've had sharks show a lot of interest while I was offshore, but no like attacks. Not like that video that we saw, and not
Right.
like that Everglades video that we
Where
saw, where the guy was like washing his hands.
yeah, yanked
He's
him
like
clean out
washing
the
his
boat.
hands. And that's insane. And there's signs there that literally say don't touch the water, you know. But
That's nuts. How
yeah,
far
man.
offshore do you go when you say offshore?
It really depends. So to be honest, I next year is where I'm going to do a lot more offshore here at home. You know, I'm back in Florida, back in St. Pete, so I'm getting like reacquainted with my waters again. You and I became close friends when we were living on the road,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was fishing everybody else's waters.
Right.
I'll give you an example. Like
Oh,
we did 12 miles. We went a total of
what?
12 miles in our kayaks. And so we had to go, we took the tide all the way out, and we were chasing different schools of yellowtail and stuff. And then luckily, thank God, we were able to take the tide or the tide, take it all the way back in. But we were only planning to do four or 5 miles then. Um, but just generally speaking, if I'm just going offshore, near shore, it's really just like a few miles.
So let me ask you, do you like constantly check the weather when you do that, or do you plan it, or you just like, you know what, let's go offshore today and just whatever happens
Oh
happens?
no, no. I definitely check the weather. I even check the weather even when I'm inshore. I know I put that reel out on Yak Tribe, an Instagram reel, probably like 4 months ago. It got a lot of views, and it was like, "Don't check the weather, be a man." You know that sound?
Yeah.
And people were like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I'm not a sissy because I checked." And I was just like, "Y'all, chill. It's just a
It's a
a
joke.
little thing.
Yeah, calm
It's a
down.
joke." But I check the weather, bro, no matter what. Especially here in Florida because this time of
Yeah.
year we'll be out here in a minute, thunderstorm. You know, so
Well, that's how it usually is here in the summertime. You know, you get those pop-ups every day and it can come out of
yeah,
nowhere and they can get pretty rough, big squalls.
right,
But dude, this year we have this high ridge or whatever they're calling it, and like we're breaking records every day with the heat, and we haven't had any significant rain in like 3 months. Like this
yeah,
thing has just been sitting over us, keeping it hot, keeping it humid, and in no tropical moisture can come in that cause the rain to come. My
yeah.
backyard is literally cracking because it's so dry.
We're supposed to. I think on average we're like over where I live, we're supposed to have like 15, 16.
He's cutting out again. Where'd you go, Heath? Come back.
It's usually raining every other day,
There he
but
is.
we haven't been getting hit with the rain.
Heath, buddy, you're losing it.
I'm here though.
I'm, I keep losing you.
I'm here though. Can you see me?
Yeah, yeah, you good now. Nice and smooth.
I'm gonna go inside then. Yeah, man. So we haven't been getting enough rain, just like you guys.
Yeah, California with that little storm that hit California, man, they got half a year's worth of rain that they
Right.
usually get in that one.
Yeah, that's insane.
So bass fishing, you've been liking it, or you got the itch, or that was a one and done kind of thing? You got a few out your way.
No, man. I like the simplicity of bass fishing, um, because bass fishing is so insanely easy to do. Um, what's so funny? What?
Because I don't because it's not all the
It
time.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
like, okay, let me just say, I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say before I.
Here's the thing. You know, I spent the better part of 4 years traveling the country. You know, uh, living a tough life of just like fishing every day. And
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I feel you. It's difficult.
it was tough, man. It was just a hard life. But I'd find myself, okay, so anyway, seriously, I'd find myself in these states like Georgia, or Tennessee, like landlocked states, and everyone's, take it so seriously. Bass fishing so complicated. You need this kind of rig, and there's like 14 kind of rigs, uh, just to put a bait on the end, and everyone's in their glitter boats, and it's just so much. It's too much, right? But here's the thing: bass fishing, all you need is a green lizard. That's it. That's literally it. I murdered you in our bass competition with a green lizard.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what was going on that day. If y'all haven't seen that video, y'all got to go back and watch that video. It's the I don't know, it's the one I got on the thumbnail. It's a like a toxic symbol over the fish, because when we ended
Yeah.
up getting it home, it had all kind of parasites in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what was going on. Heath, like, I caught the first bass at this pond.
First two.
Yeah. No, 1.5. I lost the other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he I mean, fished that spot. He fished all the way around this pond, didn't catch anything. I go right where he was, caught one. I thought, man, I got this in the bag. I got this. No problem. He disappears and starts sending me texts. Got one, got two, got three. I'm over here thinking he's just taking 3 pictures of the same fish. I go over there and I'm still thinking he's pulling my leg, that he just caught one fish. And he's like, come here, I'll show you. And he starts throwing and he starts catching these fish. So we ended up fishing with the same lure. I'm trying to do the same pops that he's doing, and he's catching fish after fish. I'm not even getting bites.
I told you it's easy. Bass fishing is easy, man.
You just got a horseshoe up your butt or something when it comes
no, to no. In all seriousness, I am liking bass fishing. I'm not like a bass fisherman, but there's a lake. We used to live like by an apartment, and there'd be a lake in the back. I'm just like to fish in general, but
yeah,
we got it pretty easy around here with these fountains that aerate the water, and little lakes, and
no fishing zones.
Yeah, so it's easy fishing. But I'm not going to become a bass fisherman. I'm a saltwater fisherman through and through, man.
See, I'm just a fisherman.
I get that.
It's like, I mean, I need my redfish. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I was someplace that had no redfish, I would have to go visit. Like, if I moved to Tennessee, I would have to come visit Louisiana because I need that redfish fix. Right. I don't necessarily, but I don't know. Sometimes if I'm only fishing the salt, I kind of get that bass because it's just something different. It's that little bit of difference. I mean, you're not gonna, if the tug is the drug, then I need a redfish. Right. Because a bass just isn't gonna pull. I mean, I've never caught a huge bass, but I know they don't, pound for pound, they don't fight like a redfish does.
Right. It's to me, it's not necessarily salt versus, or like a saltwater fish versus a freshwater fish. To me, it's the type of fishing I like to do. Right.
Right.
So I really, this, I like sight casting. I like seeing fish. When you go to a lake, it's not very often that you're just like sight casting bass, like where the water's crystal clear and you're like on a bed and you're just like, right. Like that's not like a normal all the time thing unless you live in a place like that, I guess, or have an awesome like lake or something like that. But for me, I know no matter where I go around here, if I'm by the mangroves, I've got clear water for the most part. And I just like the environment, of saltwater fishing that I get to do. So yeah, man, that's what it's about for me.
So, Florida versus Louisiana, the mangroves were pretty. It was pretty out there, but it's just not the same as marsh and
that's true.
Cypress trees. I love the marsh, man.
Yeah, but the difference is where I'm fishing in Florida and why it's better. When you're fishing your marshes, which I love your guys' marshes, but you don't have to. In Florida, you don't have to worry about every little turn you make in the marsh that there could be a mama alligator on a nest just waiting to get you,
I don't have to worry about that ever because I don't.
I know. That's because you don't have a fear of them. I do.
I've only had one encounter with an alligator that I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you stay away from where they have swamp tours, you're okay. But these daggum swamp tours keep feeding the freaking alligators, they're gonna get somebody killed.
Dude, did you see that video where it was just on social media where like
Yeah,
that
the two
alligator came
ladies
up
are
on
in
the
the
boat
yeah, and
and he just like pushed him down?
that's because that guy knew that alligator. That's because they feed them all the time, and
That's
that's gonna get because if that alligator would have came up and grabbed that woman's arm, that would have
yeah,
been it.
yeah. But
And
it looked happy. It looked like happy to be there. You know?
no, that yeah, well, happy to be there because he was waiting for the food that the guy was supposed to be feeding them. And
Yeah,
that's how it starts, man. They lose their fear of people and they start associating people with food.
yeah,
And they're gonna have a guest at that swamp tour that's gonna end up being the one killed.
yeah, for sure. Um,
And they all do it around here, and it's illegal. I don't know if they paying somebody under the table so they don't get in trouble or what, but
yeah,
they're gonna get somebody killed.
yeah, man. There might be some people here watching, and they might have seen the thumbnail and they're looking to like hear about shark fishing a little bit. Uh, I was hoping I could teach you this stuff when we went out shark fishing.
It's
But
gonna happen.
maybe we could talk about setups real quick. You know, what a shark fishing setup looks like.
So I talked to Heath. I mean, not your Heath. I talked to Alex, and Alex said he's down to come shark fishing. And I want to say I asked somebody else.
Really?
So when this happens, I told you, I said I'd feel better if there was a few more people in the water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give everybody a tourniquet. That way, if I get a limb bitten off, that you can stop the bleeding, at least enough to get Helivac out of there.
Alex, the freshwater boy, right?
Yeah, Alex is from Tennessee.
Yeah, he's all into yeah, he's in freshwater. So has he ever caught a shark before?
No, I don't think so. I think the only salt he's caught was some specks and some reds in Carolinas.
Okay, so maybe we can legit set that up. I mean, that'd be honestly that'd be awesome content and really fun to do.
We should. We might make plans for next year's ICAST.
Okay. Honestly, if he's down, we should just go straight from ICAST, straight to like we did this year. Come to my house and go shark fishing.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, we can do other fishing too because he hasn't. I don't think he's caught a snook before.
I don't think so. And I want to catch a snook on that Nessie again. Or try.
Let me run it real quick. Here's what I use for shark fishing. It doesn't really matter, but you know, you can catch sharks on a 35, a 3,000. You know, but usually when I'm like targeting bigger sharks or tarpon, I'm always running. This one's a 5,000. I'm always running a 5,000, yeah, or a 6,000, just because I can horse them in. You know, horse them in better. The braid I use this is 65 pound braid.
That's it.
I caught that 209-pound tarpon on this 65-pound braid.
Wow. This
leader is 80-pound leader. You know, people think that you need, like, if you're trying to catch a 100-pound fish, that you need a 120-pound line or whatever.
No, your drag does the work.
Yeah, you know, your line's breaking point sometimes is like almost double sometimes. It's crazy. Right. But yeah, so that's the real 5,000 or 6,000. And then I'm on the kayak. So I mean, I use this is honestly a jigging rod right here. It's just a big jigging rod. It's a medium heavy. It's just a pen. It's pretty cheap, honestly. I caught this like a $60 rod. But honestly, when you're like shark fishing, sensitivity, all those things don't matter. You just need like a
brute.
rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's like exactly my tarpon setup as well, is this exact setup. And then I use number 8 or number 9 circle hooks. You know, because we want to be able to get them out, right? Right, Vinny?
Right.
We want to be able to get them out of the shark and not just give them jewelry to go home in.
A little lip piercing.
Or gut piercing or whatever. Yeah, but I just use a number 8, number 9. These are the Demon Perfect Circles, and these are super strong. They're the 3X ones. So just a really strong hook. I don't like the chance of bending on tarpon or sharks. And then to get the bait to the bottom, if I'm fishing on the bottom, I used to use stuff like this. You know, like your classic.
A big egg weight.
Yeah, this is a little too big. But I switched a few seasons ago to these guys. You seen these, right? Like these clip-ons.
I've never used them.
Yeah, they're awesome because they just have like this rubber insert, and you don't have to fiddle around with like doing special knots or anything that you want to do. You literally just put this on your leader,
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have
and
to
then
get
just
some of those.
yeah, and then you just pull the band, and then it's on your leader now. So you can double up if you need to, but one just works perfectly fine for me. So that's literally it. When I first started shark fishing, I used to do a lot of shark fishing in Sarasota, where I would paddle baits out off the shore, and then I drop them. I'm considering doing that with a drone now because you can just use it. I have a
Yeah.
drone, and they make an attachment that you can. It's just like a $20 attachment that will automatically,
Is
drop
that
it.
when you turn the light on, it'll do it?
It's honestly, it just goes off tension. So when
Oh,
it's gone
okay.
too far, it just drops it. It's like a 3D printed piece rather than
Huh.
needing a whole drone.
Because I don't remember where I seen it. I just seen it recently. It attaches to the drone, and like mine, you can control the light. There's a light underneath it, like a landing light that you can turn on and off, and it
Yeah.
has a photo cell on the thing that when the light hits it, it opens up.
Okay.
I was thinking
Cool.
about getting one of those for that.
Yeah, that's a good application. But when I was first started shark fishing, I used to use like a lot of like wire, like metal, like thick gauge metal, But I'm starting to. I mean, I've learned over time. You don't even need all that. That stuff's super expensive. Just go with the circle hook, and you'll be fine.
What you using as bait?
Um, it depends. Oh man, if I tell you that, I have to like put my tarpon bait on blast. Which, well, here's what you can use for sharks.
Super
You can
duper
use
top secret bait,
Yeah,
man.
you can use pinfish. You can use mullet. You can use anything dead. I mean, you can
So
use
just cut
shrimp,
bait. I mean, or you putting them on whole?
ladyfish. Oh yeah, so cut them up, man. I like to cut the tails off. Um, I like to just let them bleed out. I know that doesn't sound very nice or conservation like, but we're trying to catch sharks. So, catch like a ladyfish and use it as cut bait or something like that, and just let it bleed and soak on the bottom, and
Yeah.
you'll get picked up almost every time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how they can smell a drop of blood for so many, just ridiculous.
It's insane, yeah.
And I
And
know this because I watch Shark Week.
great places to target shark are like, I don't know, like I'll tell you, for my area, if you're in Florida, you don't have to go to the beach to target sharks. You can go to like bridges. You can go into bays and find like a deep channel. They love that. A lot of people think like, oh, I want to go shark fishing, so I have to go to the beach like everybody else. But no, they're like big sharks, hammerhead, actual American hammerhead sharks, bull sharks, black tips, nurse sharks. All of those are all in our bays here in Florida. They're not like just on the beach.
See, we just have alligator. There's no like bull alligator. There's no tiger alligator. Like there's just an alligator. So sharks, now I have to think, okay, bull sharks are aggressive. Bull sharks can go in freshwater, which is
Sharks.
terrifying enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Hammerheads. Okay, so I don't know how this one wants to act. This one, oh no, dude, no.
Dude, sharks are not aggressive. Sharks are curious.
Yeah, but they don't have hands to feel, so they just gnaw on it for a
They
little
just
bit.
bite you real quick.
And yeah, they just bite on it real quick. And even if they just come over there just to do a little test, not even to rip anything off, you're bleeding out. I mean, you get I mean, 5 minutes with a severed femoral artery and you're done. Like you don't even have time to think and you're just gone. That's
Well, look, man, here's what I do. ICAST next year. We set it up, give Alex a call, and tell him, let's go. I'll have a kayak, another kayak ready. Y'all can just come like you did last time. Just bring your suitcase and we'll kick it. And bring your tourniquets, bring your bolt cutters.
I'm gonna have my whole medical bag in the boat with me.
Bring your AK-47 or whatever you need.
So if I have to, I'll bring my Hobie because I can't imagine doing that in anything other than something as stable as a Hobie.
Well, you have that. I have that PA to use.
Well, I know, but like if Alex comes, I don't feel comfortable putting anybody else in anything other than a Hobie if we're going shark fishing.
New canoe. My new canoe is super stable.
Really? I've never really tried anything else other than because I had an Ascend, which is
Yeah.
I mean, it's enough. You can
I
stand
remember
in
that
it.
stand. Wasn't it green?
Yeah. That's the one I put that trolling motor on and was cruising down in Bayou Log Cabins.
Yeah.
That was a good trip.
That's a secret spot.
Good times. It's not a secret spot.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's not a secret spot. That's not even where the fish are anyway.
Exactly.
I'll show you where the fish are when you come. Well, you've been there before, but that's the spot that I don't share.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's next? What's next for you? What are you doing with your fishing stuff right now?
Man, I'm just going after the catching cooks. Now hunting season's coming up, so it's about to do some I say change. They'll still be fishing, but it's coming up. I got alligator tags again this year, but it's on public land, so they won't let me film it. I'm still trying to find somebody with private land tags.
Wait, you can't film
not on public land.
That's
not on public land for alligators. So they got all these extra rules when you get the alligator lottery. So because you put in for the lottery, if you get picked, then you still have to pay for the tags, but you get picked, you can get the tags, and you get 3 if you get it. And then they have a whole bunch of rules, and they tell you, make sure you read over them because it's more strict than private land tags. Basically, you can blame swamp people. The reason we can't, because it specifically says on the paperwork, no reality television and no filming unless approved by the person in charge or whatever. And last time I asked, they straight up said no. So I can't film it. So unfortunately, that won't be a video unless if anybody here knows somebody in private land that has alligator tags. And don't mind me filming, hit me up. But teal season's coming. Nutra, it's gonna be.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want.
So much fun. I love.
What do you use a 22 for that?
Yes, unless it's duck season. So again, I don't have private land, and I don't have a lease, so I got to do all my hunting on public land. On the public land, for whatever reason, I can only shoot 5 a day, even though we're an invasive species. But during duck season, you can only use shotgun with steel shot. Okay. But when duck season's closed,
That's so many rules.
Yeah, it's public land. I mean, I'm still thankful. I'm thankful that there is public land and I can do it, because if it wasn't, then I'd be out of luck. But
yeah, I really want to kill some Nutra. I don't want to eat them. I want you to.
Oh, you're gonna eat them. You're gonna eat them. You're gonna try it just like I tried redfish throat and Panganabin egg rolls.
Yeah, but that's like delicious stuff,
So is Nutra. Oh, bro, you don't even know.
Yeah, but that's not redfish. Isn't something foreign that you're like I'm introducing.
Redfish was a trash fish until Paul Perdon made black and redfish. So it was nobody ate it as nasty until it wasn't. So Nutra is nasty until it isn't, and it isn't. You just need to eat it.
I hear you.
Eat it. You're gonna eat it.
I'm trying to flex. I'm trying to flex right now. I'm trying to.
It's not working.
It's
not working because Florida is just not as good
I'm trying to kill something with my new gun. You're supposed to say, what new gun did you get?
What new gun, Heath?
Yeah, I got a like 6 months ago. I got I wanted it for a long time, but I got my my Henry Golden Boy 22.
Oh, really?
Like for me, like for the boys,
Yeah. Oh, I want one. Absolutely.
They're just so fun. They're like little plinksters, like
that's awesome. Yeah.
But I want to shoot Nutra with it.
You need to come down. Let's see. When duck season ends in January, you can hunt Nutra through March.
Mm-hmm.
So like February would be a good time when it's still cold.
Oh, it's too late. It's too late for this year, right?
No, it hasn't even opened yet.
Oh, okay.
But I think next month. No, September, October, I think is when you can start hunting them in the WMA. I'm not even sure about the rules in private land. You might be able to hunt them year round in private land.
So do you get to like trade in their tails for money, or
no? You got to have so I was talking to my buddy Frank. Some of the WMAs you can use the WMA as you can use the WMA to get into the Nutra program where you can sell the tails. Most of the time it's private land that you need to do with that. But the public, where'd you go? Well, I lost Heath. He disappeared from us. Oh, he's back. Man, you just disappeared, bro. I thought you was like, I'm tired of this conversation and just bailed.
No, I'm highly invested. I'm highly invested in trying to kill some Nutra with you.
Yeah, so no, you have to have like a private land in most situations, but I'm gonna have to talk to him more about the other public lands. The difference is the public land that I hunt most of the time has when the private owner sold it or gave it, donated whatever to the state to become a WMA, they maintain the trapping rights.
Oh,
So
okay.
like they have people where they have, they can trap nutria. There's no public people can trap on there. Same thing with alligator tags. They do have the lottery for the public to use alligator tags, but the main majority of the tags still go to the private people, and they sell it and they're making a living and stuff like that off of it, making money. It's not really as much of a living as it used to be.
Yeah. Well, at least you can still hunt them though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm looking for leases. Maybe next year I'll try and get a lease. Again, if anybody has private land and let me go shoot some nutria, let me know. But
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. There's like a lot I want to do, and you can make it happen if you want to.
Yeah.
So
I told you I got an extra room.
yeah,
Down.
I'm trying to head your way. I was actually supposed to be in Grand Isle next week, but I just can't make it, man. I've got
the rodeo
going on. Yeah, I got too much going on, so I'm trying to plan for it next year. I really wanted to be there this year, and last year's got canceled, right?
I think year before.
Or yeah, I don't know. I just know I've been missing them, and I really want to get back. So I'll get back to that one. So in the meantime,
oh wait, yeah, was it last year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So because of Ida, so the first, the one I actually had a hotel and everything was ready to go. We're talking about Ride the Bull, by the way, folks. The largest kayak fishing tournament in the world. You go out and catch these giant redfish, and then they weigh them, tag them, release them. It's a really cool thing. But yeah, the first time I actually had the hotel, was ready to go, all pumped, and then stupid COVID, when that was a thing, came and they shut it down. And then yeah, and I think last year Grand Isle was still off the map because Ida like wiped it out.
Yeah, something like that. But it's back and it's real. It's going strong. So they're back at it. I mean, you should look at whoever's watching. You should look into it. It's next weekend.
I think I'm gonna try it next year.
Yeah, but I'll be there next year. It's just I got caught up with too much stuff. So, but anyways,
right on.
I'm really trying to make it to your place, man. I want to get back to I want to get over there. I want to do some fishing, make some content, hang out with you, and I don't know. Do you think it'd be possible to do both in one trip? Hunt for nutria and go fishing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially yeah, I'll get with you whenever we can go hunt them at that place. The thing is it's harder to hunt nutria when it's early season because there's still a lot of vegetation up that they can hide in, and they don't come to the edge of the water until it gets cold. Because when it's warm, they don't stay on the edge too much because of the alligators. And then whenever it gets cold, alligators kind of go dormant, and they'll come to the edge and they'll sit right there on the edge, and you can hunt them on the power. So like you don't even have to turn the boat off. You can just run up on them and shoot.
And do you release a dog after them, or you just go scoop them up?
No, you just go grab them.
Gotcha.
Toss them in a boat, bring them home, skin them up, and cook them down, baby.
But you got a dog though. Can you use your dog?
No, you can only use dogs for bird hunting on a WMA.
Gotcha.
So like waterfowl and stuff I can use, but he ain't a nutria dog yet. But so speaking of Florida, so I like to do this little segment called Outdoor Outlaws. Yeah. So yeah, so usually I do one for my wildlife and fisheries. And then lately I've been trying to do, whenever a guest comes on, trying to do it in their home state. And fortunately, we have Heath from Florida, and everyone knows about Florida Man and all of their crazy things. So I went fishing with Frank, my buddy, used to be my neighbor, and I was talking to him about what I want to do, and he started pulling up articles left and right, dude, and just started sending them to me. So I got a couple that I'm going to throw at you, right? Strangely enough, all of them have to do with alligators. And that wasn't even a search. Like it was just yeah, well, I got to prep for, a little bit. So I'm sorry, I love this one. Florida man busted for reportedly feeding alligator resists arrest. And in quotes it says, "Maybe I'm Dr. Doolittle." Okay. This is the title, okay? And by the way, all of these start off with Florida man busted, Florida man arrested, Florida man arrested, and then we also have we have Louisiana man arrested.
Okay.
In Florida.
Oh,
okay, and we'll get to that. We'll save that one for last to tie it all together. But all right, it says a Florida man who allegedly resisted arrest after being reported for illegally feeding an alligator he named Hank has described the 10-foot reptile as a good friend who loves bagels. Paul Fortin, of 67, was issued a citation by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission over the incident at a Daytona Beach pond in May. Fortin didn't comply and was arrested by police for refusing to accept the citation and resisting an officer without violence, according to the jail records. And now in quotes,
that's good.
In quotes, this is him saying this. It's illegal. It's totally illegal to do it. Did I know it? No. Did I know I couldn't feed a turtle? Alligators? Yeah. I kind of knew that. End quote. Fortin told Orlando station WKMG-TV, quote, I don't know. Maybe I'm Dr. Doolittle. Fortin, who says he is disabled veteran, was caught after a neighbor alerted the FWC officials to a video purportedly showing the 67-year-old feeding an alligator, feeding and petting the alligator,
nice.
According to the station. So he says he just sits there. He loves bagels, Fortin said. so there you have that. I mean, that goes back to the feeding the alligators. Sure, he pets them one day and then he comes out with, I don't know, the wrong bagel. And then the alligator.
I got issue with the Florida man thing anyway, because now more than ever since COVID, we got all these ding dongs infiltrating my awesome state. They're coming from everywhere.
Bro, it's been way before COVID.
No, I'm saying even more than now, right? And anytime anything happens in Florida, it's just Florida man. But they're not native Floridians. They're from other places.
But things are always happening in Florida. Like, I don't know if it's your water or what, but so we got a local news station, a talk radio station, and the guy early in the morning does his "What's Wrong with People" file.
Yeah.
And he just, these crazy stories, whatever. 85% of them all originate in Florida. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the sun, the sunshine state getting to your brain or something.
It's a melting pot for all the people to come to.
So here we have a Florida man arrested during traffic stop after deputies find guns, drugs, and a baby alligator in his pickup truck. A 31-year-old Florida man was arrested after officers found a lot more than they bargained for while conducting a traffic stop. 2 guns, multiple syringes loaded with meth, and a baby alligator.
Oh my goodness.
In a Facebook post, the Collier County Sheriff's Office in Naples said deputies pulled over a black GMC Sierra pickup Friday after they recognized the driver from previous encounters as having a suspended license. Officers found the live baby alligator in a plastic tub in the bed of the truck. They also located 2 firearms inside the pickup truck. One was allegedly concealed in the glove box, and the other was allegedly hidden under the front passenger seat. So, yeah, you got a meth head with a baby gator.
I just tried to one-up you real quick and do my own search of myself. And I found huge alligator ate Louisiana man after Hurricane Ida, officials confirm.
Wait, huge.
There's like a 500-pound alligator that ate somebody.
Hey, man. Alligators got to eat too.
Dude.
That was you said.
There's another one. Louisiana man jumped in Florida pond after
That's the
alligator.
one.
That's the one?
Well, I think that's going to be, so since he let the cat out the bag, we got Louisiana man arrested after allegedly jumping into Florida alligator pit and uploading video to TikTok, police said. A 20-year-old Louisiana man faces burglary, trespassing, and theft of services charges after he entered an alligator pit in Florida, police said. A person recorded the man trespassing and uploaded a video to social media, leading to online speculation The misguided stunt was performed in the pursuit of social media fame. Wait, now watch this. The man who police identified as Jacob per whatever allegedly jumped the fence of a theme park, Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida. This is your area.
That's
and
like
made
30
his
minutes. That's 20 minutes from my house.
He made his way to an alligator enclosure, police said in the statement. Two other people who were present do not face charges, police said. The TikTok video believed to document the event, Percival, is shown near the alligator habitat, mimicking the accent and mannerisms of the late Australian wildlife enthusiast Steve Irwin. Security is heard yelling at Percival to leave the enclosure. So yeah, he's over there acting like Steve Irwin, probably a terrible Australian accent,
Hey, mate.
Sticking his finger in his bum. Yeah,
dude.
Jeez,
that's funny. Busch Gardens, and you know what? This is probably going to tell you something about it, but maybe I have Florida man syndrome. But whenever I'm at Busch Gardens, I'm like always thinking like I would love to jump in here with these lions just for a minute and just like touch one for a second, or
do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Record it.
Let me know when you're gonna do that so I can so I can record that.
Yeah, man. There's a place called Alligator Alley. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope.
Alligator Alley. It's when you're on your way to Miami, right? And like you're on Tamiami Trail 41. Anyways, you end up in Alligator Alley, and it's just marshy nastiness everywhere on either side of the road. And there's just thousands of alligators. Pretty much anywhere you pull off, you can just see alligators. And of course, there's signs everywhere that says "Do not feed alligators." There's like all the tourists is like feeding alligators. Yep. Did you hear about this one? You probably, or maybe you didn't want to put it on the show, but
so I'm going to do it for you.
Well, this one you can't laugh at. You can't laugh at this one. A kid was eaten by an alligator at Disney World. Did you see that
I did hear about it. Yep.
You did hear about that?
That was what, a couple years ago?
Yeah, now there's like ropes around everything.
Now you can't fish.
You can't do anything. It's just ropes everywhere and alligator signs everywhere. And like these parents were like walking on I think it was maybe the Polynesian or one of those hotels, and like the kid just went over, got eaten by alligator. Yeah.
It probably had to come out and get him. I mean, I'm sure because when they see something that size.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking by the water, you really ain't got to worry about it. Of course, unless they were fed, by people. But don't squat down by the water, because once you make your profile small, then they're like, okay, yeah, that's something I can take out.
Yeah, but definitely. Yeah, man. Well,
I got one more for you.
Let me hear it.
Florida man arrested after trying to throw alligator on roof to teach it a lesson. Man, dude, I don't know. This dude's probably on meth too.
Gotta be.
A man from Florida has been arrested after he told police he wanted to teach an alligator a lesson by beating it and attempting to throw it on a rooftop. William Hodge from Homestead was arrested on Thursday after he stole an alligator from a miniature golf course, beat it, and then tried throwing it on the roof of the beachside cocktail lounge, officials said. And I'm not going to read the rest of it because what more do you need? The man.
What's the lesson? What is the lesson?
It never said.
It didn't have. It didn't tell you the lesson.
No, he never said what he was trying to teach it or why.
Oh my goodness!
But he was trying to teach it. I'm pretty sure he taught that sucker a lesson. Good night,
Florida man. I tell you what, man, that's exactly it.
I just don't want to see you on any of those news articles.
Well,
Florida man, founder of Yak Tribe.
Well, that day, if we weren't rolling our GoPros, Florida man riding a manatee, you would have seen that.
Yeah, dude, that was sick. That was awesome. I know we have them around here, but of course, our water is so not clear.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't no telling how many I've been near and just haven't seen them.
Yeah, man.
But there was something I was gonna say, and I totally slipped my.
You were gonna say it's been a pleasure.
It has been
being on this podcast. It's been a pleasure for me, and you're gonna commit to coming shark fishing. That's what you're gonna say.
It was something about shark fishing. What was it?
It was your commitment.
Yeah, well, there's the commitment. I'm definitely. Oh, that's what it was. Fear. Trying to beat my fear. So I'm not a fan of flying either.
I knew that. You told me that.
Yeah, and it has mostly to do with my anxiety issues that I've had since high school. It's like a panic disorder that
Yeah.
basically I'm so worried about anxiety that I give myself anxiety kind of thing. So like I'll like being on a plane for a long period of time, not being able to get away, like get out if I start feeling it.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that I'm afraid of flying. I'm afraid of the panic attack, and it will
Right.
give me anxiety. So that's something I'm working on. Well,
Right.
my buddy owns a fishing charter right down the road from me, and they take seaplanes out to the Barrier Islands, and they go wade fishing for speckled trout right off the seaplane. And he came out to me and he was like, dude, if you ever want to do a video about conquering your fears, I want to take you out on a seaplane. I'm like, dude, you let me know when, and I'm going to do it. And he's like, well, if you got to fear sharks right now, it's probably not the time to do it.
Oh, no.
So they're wade fishing and there's sharks all, swimming all around them, coming up all the time. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking maybe after I catch a shark in a kayak, I won't be as terrified. But, they said, I talked to the guy, the pilot that flies is playing for him. He said, like, they'll come up and you just like stomp right in front of them. They take off.
Yeah.
He's like, they come and investigate, but they've never had any issues. So
yeah. That's exactly it.
I might have to conquer. That'd be conquering two fears in one trip. I don't know. I might have to separate those. I don't know if I can handle both. Because then once I get on the plane, then we'll be worried about a shark taking off my leg or whatnot. But
well, I believe in you, man. I believe in you, and and I also believe in your medical expertise and efforts. That when we go fishing, and you decide to clean your crock off by sticking in the water and a shark hits your leg, I believe in your training that you'll be okay.
So let me ask you this: when you're down here, do you clean your feet off in the water, or is that you worried of an alligator come and grab it?
I do, and I have it on my YouTube and on videos fishing. I see alligators all the time, and it makes me very uncomfortable. And I just like, all right, and like go away. But yeah. And there are times in your area where the water is like you can still see like a redfish or whatever, so you can kind of see that there's not probably an alligator there. So, and especially the times where I have to like go to the bathroom, so there's also that.
It's good times.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah. Hopefully I can at least weed out 3 of them this coming season. Yeah. I wish they let us take more because there's just entirely too many nowadays, man. I remember when I was a kid, you couldn't. It was amazing. Oh, look, an alligator. Now now they're dead on side the road because they're trying to cross the road. They got so many. It's insane.
Hey, if an alligator crosses the road out of season and gets ran over, and can you still eat it?
Leave it there. No,
you can't take it.
No, don't touch it. Oh, you will get in trouble. Yeah,
that's so silly.
Yeah, I don't know because I know like if you hit a deer, you can call wildlife and tell them you hit a deer and you want to take it. Like they might come out and inspect it and give you a tag or something. I don't know if that would work with an alligator. I just don't know because I think what happens is you run a risk of people intentionally hitting them.
No, say how you want to say it how you want to say it. You run the risk of Asians like me who will go and joyriding looking for alligators, and we'll run them over. Buddy.
Coon asses would hit that thing just as fast, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'll tell you what, man. The Asians around here, boy, let's just say they like to cast net and eat whatever and just keep whatever is in the cast net.
Hey, bro, coon asses are the same way. Look, I mean, I'm over here eating Nutra. That's something that you over there, the Asian, won't even scared to touch.
Yeah.
Well, I got a freezer full of stuff. You come here, we're gonna try beaver. We're gonna try Nutra. We're gonna try.
I'm booked up. Yeah.
Raccoon. We're gonna try. I'm not doing possum again. That one.
Yeah, I saw that looked disgusting.
Yeah, it didn't taste that good. I mean, I've heard people love it, so maybe I didn't cook it right. I have to get somebody else to cook it up, maybe. But what about frogs? You ever eat frog legs?
No, but do you know how to make those raccoon hats?
Not yet. I know. I mean, I know how to tan the hides now. I'm starting to tan hides, so I can make one eventually.
That would be so awesome.
I'm gonna try and save some when I trap this season. I think I still got some in the freezer. Some hides that I need to tan.
I trapped a possum in my backyard last month.
Trying to get the eggs.
It was just so we get them around here under our sheds. They like to live in the sheds. I trapped one though. I let it go in the mangroves. So
Man, how them chickens doing in this heat? Your chickens all right? They still laying?
they're laying. They're doing good. It's just extra effort. We give them ice in their water and all, things like that.
Nah, I can't get mine to lay.
Oh really?
Some of them are still young, but I just got 3 more big ones that were laying, and when I got them, they put 2 eggs out since, but they haven't put any out. So I don't know.
Gotta give
I'm
them
still
those
figuring out the whole chicken thing, huh?
Yeah, gotta give them those ice chips and make sure they're eating so they're happy.
Well, they eating, but I don't need no bougie chickens. I ain't giving no ice chips. Carrying ice all the way out there to put in the bucket. Them better learn how to be swamp chickens and just give me some eggs. I keep saying, dude, they either make me breakfast or they're gonna become my dinner. So they better either start putting out eggs or we're gonna have some catching cooks coming up.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh, look at Frank joining us 5 minutes before we over. Me and Frank went that was something I just did that the video is gonna come out later this week. I got the beauty of living where I live in this house right here is I got water 200 yards away from me, a little poo boat. We call it the poo boat, the canal that leads right into the main bayou. I can go to that little bridge. I was throwing my cast net catching shrimp, and then I had my nets and I caught a bunch of crabs yesterday. And then today me and Frank and my buddy from church went out and threw them crabs on the bottom to catch them big old massive black drum for a little while.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Big uglies.
Nasty, yeah.
Oh yeah, we kept 3 of them, and because I hadn't cooked them in so long, and they had worms, in spots, but there was still plenty meat untouched by worms.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I cooked it on the grill, thinking I was gonna cook it like redfish. It didn't work, so I closed it in full, let it cook a little while longer, and it wasn't that good. I'm gonna have to do better next time.
They're just too thick sometimes,
Yeah, but I've cooked redfish that were that thick or thicker, and it comes out better. So I don't know. Maybe I just screwed it up. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna respect Heath's time. It's coming up on the hour. He's got like 18 kids that he's got to take care of. Good kids though, man. I was actually really shocked how well behaved all your kids are.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely blessed. Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday. She'll be 2. Yeah, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with my kids and my family. But I appreciate you having me on. I hope to get on again. And just so you know, that room and that air mattress ready for you anytime.
Hey, bro, I got you a bed over here. So whenever you're ready to come down, just come on with it. We can do all kind of cool ass things on the bayou.
I may or may not have a right-handed Daiwa baitcaster. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I got your. I still got to get you the guitar straps out the attic.
No, I'm saying today I was in my garage and I was shuffling through some fishing rods and I forgot.
Oh, you found?
I forgot 5 years ago I bought like a right-handed Daiwa baitcaster.
Ah.
Spinning reel's still better, but I might try it.
For certain applications, for the finesse fishing, maybe, but I take a bait caster any day.
I know you would.
But all right, folks. Heath, you can find him on all the Yak Tribe on all the social media, and you have your personal one too, Heath Panganaban.
That's right.
Panganubin, Panganagabin, Nabinagabin.
There you go.
Thing. Anyway, yeah. So follow him on wherever you get your social media. Are you gonna start a podcast up again? I know you did it at one time.
I have the Yak Tribe Kayak Show. That was doing really good. Just all my efforts right now. I'm not restarting that until the Yak Tribe bus is done. That's where the studio will be. But yeah, I'm just focused on that, man. I got a lot going on. I'm designing like a ton of baits, a ton of top waters. All my packaging is almost done. Just a lot of stuff to fill the bus. And by the way, I saw your do it molds. Those look pretty good.
Dude, it's awesome. Oh,
that was great.
That was a new addiction.
But I'll have to send you my baits. I'll have to send you Yak Tribe baits when they come in.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
I'm excited for it.
Yep. So if you're listening to this in podcast form, you can watch us live. You can just have to basically follow me on Instagram because I am just not able to get consistent keeping this podcast thing, the lives going every week. But it's either gonna be on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending on my work schedule. And then if you missed it, you can always you always want to watch it, you can go on YouTube and just watch the replay of it. But
Right.
that's gonna wrap this one up, folks. I will catch you next time or something like that. Bye.